mad at me, all you Facebook peeps. Dude, sometimes the messages take a little bit longer to deliver. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm making excuses, man. I got to get up earlier. For real. Like, I'm getting up at 3:20, okay? And apparently that's not enough time for me to do everything that I need to do to be able to kick this show off at 5:30 a.m. I don't know. It's probably those wackos over there on Clubhouse, man. If I didn't have all of the Clubhouse people grabbing my attention, sharing amazing inspirational stories of connections and people coming together from around the country and being able to support each other and lift each other and encourage each other. If we just didn't have all those stories, I could start at 5:30. Just saying. So with that said, we better dive in. Today's episode of Rise and Grind. Before we do, though, I want to give a little shout out to my man, Nathaniel Banks. I opened up my hashtag Rise and Grind planner this morning. And as I opened up my hashtag Rise and Grind planner, there was a quote from Nathaniel Banks, one of our Rise and Grind members. And this is probably my favorite part of the Rise and Grind planner is that there's a quote on the top submitted by actual Rise and Grind members. And I get to connect with you guys all in a very unique way. And so I love it. And so the quote from Nathaniel Banks today, it said this: action supersedes lip service on any day that ends in Y. Actions supersede lip service on any day that ends in Y. And when I read that, I thought, man, that is my man, Nathaniel Banks, for sure. He is an action taker, and he has been an incredible friend in my life over the last few years here on hashtag Rise and Grind. He also has a daily morning show that he does. He's been trying to catch up to me. He's got weekends, too. I can't be doing the weekends, Banks. I ain't doing it. But he's got his show that he does, and Mr. Banks is definitely an action taker. And when it comes to that particular quote, Mr. Banks, because I know you're watching because you're here with me every single day. When it comes to that particular quote, I, sir, concur. Stop talking, start doing. Let's go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You see, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Thursday. That's right. Today is Thursday, August 26th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, August 26th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, I'm coming to you live from Orlando, Florida. I've had amazing time here. Been here since Sunday of this week, hanging out with my automotive peeps in the 800% club. We've been figuring out what's next, how we're going to attack. We've been networking, masterminding, all of those things here in Orlando. And I'm super stoked because I am headed home today to see my babies. I haven't seen my babies all week, and I cannot wait to get home. I was FaceTiming each of the kids last night. I was looking at my son. I'm like, oh, this dude is starting to turn into a little man. And golly, he looks just like his daddy. And I gotta say, he's so good looking. I'm just saying. He's a good looking boy. So I cannot wait to get back up there to see the kids, man. It has been like a whirlwind of a month here in August. I think I've been home like 4 days out of the month or something crazy like that, man. It started with New York City, the Breakfast with Champions Consortium in New York City, which was absolutely incredible. And then from there, we went to Bald Head, right? Me and my family went to Bald Head Island for a week. So I went home for 9 days there. And then from there, I went to Virginia and had the opportunity to spend time with the amazing Carter Myers automotive team, which shout out to my man, Coach Isaac, for serving them up yesterday in the Wednesday CMA training. Coach Isaac is the man. I appreciate you so much, sir. And then now I've been in Orlando since Sunday. So all of these places are amazing. Orlando is beautiful. Virginia, I love Charlottesville. There's something really spectacular about the energy over there. Obviously, New York City's what's up. Obviously, being on an island for 7 or 8 days, however long we were out there, being on an island, that was amazing. But with all of that said, man, there is no place like home. Simple as that. There is no place like home. So I'm super excited to get home, get back to the fam, get back into the routine, get back to rocking and rolling. Thanks for running with me, for traveling with me, for joining me, celebrating with me in my stories and on my Instagrams and on my Facebook. It all really means a lot to me when you engage and we connect, and I see your comments, and just really inspires me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for being here with me this morning, and thanks for letting me share that with you. So here in Orlando, I work with owners and general managers of car dealerships from all across the country, and we meet up and have retreats a couple times a year. And so here in Orlando, the reason that we're here and the way we did this particular retreat is we actually rented 3 mansions. So we rented 3 mansions. One is 12,000 square foot mansion. The other one's like 15,000 square foot, I think. And then we've got a baby mansion here. I think this one that we're in is like 5,000 square feet or something, 6,000 square feet, something like that. So we rented these mansions, and everybody stayed in the mansions, right? Everybody's got their own room. Nobody's got to share a bathroom or anything like that. But we get to stay, and we have breakfast together. We have lunch together. We have dinner together. And we talk, and we build those relationships. And we got to go, and we got to shoot guns, and we got to ride 4-wheelers. We got to do all these things. And so these houses are like super nice, man. They each have all the houses have pools, all the houses have hot tubs, all the houses have game rooms. Yesterday I was playing Miss Pac-Man, which I crushed it, by the way, 100,000 points before I died for the first time. So if you got anything on that, just let me know. If you ain't got nothing on that, that's okay. I completely understand. So like it's got a bowling alley in one of the houses. Like these places are as fancy as they get. Straight up fancy. And this week on Rise and Grind, that has been our series. We're in this series called I'm So Fancy, the who, what, where, when, and why of the rich and famous. So we've been breaking this down all week. On Monday, we kind of talked about the who, right? Like who are these? The numbers are, if I can recall from Monday, the numbers are 2,755 billionaires in the world today. 2,755 billionaires, which is the most there's ever been. We have over 20 million millionaires, the most it's ever been, right? And so we're like, okay, who are they? And so we dove into that a little bit on Monday, the characteristics of who they are mentally, right? And then on Tuesday, after we talked about kind of who they are from a perspective, the type of person that lives below their means, and the type of person that casts a vision is a visionary, right? Those types of things. Then we went into the what, right? Like, what are some of the behaviors and the mannerisms that they do? Like, what do? They read 30 minutes a day, right? They look at their nutrition, right? Like things like that. We dove into the what on Tuesday. And then yesterday we talked about the where. And we literally broke down like the richest cities in the United States and, so on and so forth. And what we discovered as we looked at Elon Musk, who came from a country where the average wage is $4 an hour, is what we discovered is it doesn't matter in today's day and age. The where doesn't matter, right? You can achieve, reach, climb, whatever from wherever, because here we are now in 2021 in a connected world with connected opportunities, with obviously the internet and so on, so many other ways that we can create. And see, money and flow and success, all of those things are just energy. That's all it is. It's energy. And energy is, interestingly enough, energy is something that can only be converted, right? You can only convert. You have to take energy from something and convert it into something different. And that's really all money is. It's this type of energy that gets converted from something into something else. And so once you realize that money is not this, it's not this esoteric, hard thing to really understand. There's no shortage of it. There's no lack. It does actually grow on trees. They can print as much of it as they want. So once you start to understand that this maybe mindset or activity levels or belief system that you have around this area of money, you can start to shift it and go, well, that's just energy that needs to be converted. That's all it is, right? So how do I convert it? Well, I convert it with the right habits. I convert it with the right mindset. I convert it by understanding that I can do, I can achieve, I can climb from exactly where I am, right? So we talked about that a lot yesterday, and that's what we've been breaking down. So that brings us to the win. And that's what we're going to dive into today. Like, when did most of the people, or not most, but when did a lot of the people that have wealth today, that have reached those levels of financial success, when did they really acquire that money? And what clues can we take from that we can apply in our lives today, this week, this month, this year, so that we can move our lives forward, right? Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, let's dive in. But before we do, let's do some dancing. Fair enough?
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation.
Usually I jump right over the top of that right away, but I don't know. I just had to let that one hit this morning. I don't know about y'all, but I needed to let that one hit this morning. Hey, this is the part of the show. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, hey, thanks for the stars, April Johnson. I appreciate that. This is the part of the show. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So if you're on Facebook, share it out. Let's go. If you're on Clubhouse, hit that plus sign, bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We got to get the folks up in here. Let's go. You can do it. It's also the part of the show where we're going to get this object in motion, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So let's get that body in motion. Let's get going. You've got work to do today. You got up this morning for a reason. Your decisions have purpose. You are making your mark. You are stepping into your greatness. Let's go. Let's go. So if you're laying in bed, get up. If you're running, let's run harder. If you're lifting, let's lift a little bit more. Today is the day that you make that decision to go one step further than you've ever gone before. 1 pound heavier than you've ever gone before. To get up 1 minute earlier. Let's go. Today's the day. Today is the day. And this is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. I don't have tons of time to do that. Uh-oh. There we go. That was weird. But this is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and you say good morning to me, whether you're watching live, watching on replay, listening on the podcast, YouTube, whatever. Say what's up. How you doing, Alicia Watts? What's up, David Martin? How you doing? Oh, whoa! Thanks for the stars, Doug. I appreciate you, sir. Doug just blew me up with some stars, man. We use those stars to bless people all around, so I appreciate that so much, Doug. What's up, Marilyn Wilkin? How you doing, Dana Fishbein and Randy Ragnar? John Paul Guidry, what's up, Brad Smith and Judy Anderson? Great to see you. How you doing, Mike Stevens and Gail Beatcraft? How you doing, Jojo Laricia? Great to see you as well. Kim Thayer, Claudette Ross. We've got Debbie Wood is in the house. I see Sebastian Rusk. Yo! I also see Byron, Renee, Tom Popelka, Don Sankey's up in here. My folks over on Clubhouse, Amanda Dahl and Delano. What's up, Delano? I see Crystal and Shannon and Jeff and Cher, Coco and Clarissa. What's up, Rob Hay and Sheila? We got Cheryl up in here. We got Maria up in here, which I love. We've got Melvin and Stephanie. Great to see both of you. How you doing, Dakota and Darrell? What's up, Ryan and Anthony and Sophia and Ella and Yesem? How you doing, Aaron and Darcy and Suzanne? How you doing, Debbie and Regina and Cassie? We've got Joyce and Allison and Sandra. What's up, Jim? How you doing, Jared? Great to see you as well, Jeff. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. It means the world to me. And while I got you here, I do want to let you know that we are counting down to episode 1000. I hear that hot mic over there. We are counting down to episode 1000 of Hashtag Rise and Grind. Can you believe that? 1,000 episodes. What's up, Brian Benstock? Great to see you here. Our 1,000th episode is going to be on November 5th. And on our countdown, my friend Tamara had this great idea. She got together with my team and she's like, you know what? We need to do the 67-day challenge leading up to the 1,000th episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind, right? Which the 67-day challenge is the morning routine. Locking in your morning routine for 67 days straight, right? No snooze button, no phone, writing down your gratitude and goals, doing something physical, right? Getting that body in motion, and then sending out an encouraging message. Doing those 5 steps for 67 straight days with your life being completely locked in and transformed by those 5 steps on November 5th, 2021 to celebrate the 1000th episode of Rise and Grind. And I thought that was a really fantastic idea, and I would love for you to join us in that. So we are doing a 67-day challenge, and I want everyone on Clubhouse, everyone on Facebook, whether you've been your morning routine solid, it's not, whether you're working on it, it needs improvement, you've done it before, I want you to join us in this challenge. I really do. Go to glennlundy.com. Let's go right now. glennlundy.com/67-day challenge and join us. It's completely free. It's just an opportunity for us to get together as a community, do our morning routines together, right? In this season of people being pulled apart, in this season of division, I think it'll be impactful for you if you jump in here with us and let's do this together. glennlundy.com/67-day challenge. Jump in here. It's going to be an absolute blast leading up to our huge celebration on November 5th as we celebrate the 1000th episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. So jump on in that. I'm actually going to give you 35 seconds to do that while I do a series, a little segue video. So now is the best time. You won't miss a thing here on the show. Jump in that. I really think you'll enjoy it. I know I'm going to too. And thank you so much, Tamara and the squad, for putting that together. All right. So let's finish this up. The win When did the wealth get accumulated? When did the wealthiest of the wealthy get their money? Let's talk about that. You ready? Let's go. In October of 1929, the stock market crashed. And when the stock market crashed, it sent Wall Street into an absolute panic. And it literally wiped out millions of investors. Millions. Millions of investors, all of their wealth gone. Kaput. All their hard-earned money, every bit of it disappeared. I want you to think about that for just a second. My goodness, right? Imagine everything that you've worked for your entire life. Everything that you'd saved up, everything that you'd invested, everything that you'd put together, the business that you believed in. Just imagine. I want you to put yourself in those shoes. Just imagine that you wake up tomorrow and all of it's gone. Woo! Crazy, right? And over the next several years, consumer spending continued to drop. Investing continued to drop. And all of that caused declines in industrial output and obviously in employment. If nobody's buying anything, then we can't pay people to produce anything. It's a system, right? The lion eats the gazelle. The gazelle eats the grass. The grass comes from the lion, right? You guys know that whole circle of life type thing? And so as these companies failed because they didn't have the consumer spending that they needed, they continued to lay off workers. And at the peak of the Great Depression in 1929, 25% of the United States population was unemployed. 25%. That's 1 out of every 4. I want you to think about 3 other people right now, you and 3 other people. And if there's 4 people in a room, 1 of them ain't got no job and no way to provide for their family, and they ain't got no money either because they lost it all. Like, it was a devastating season in U.S. history and actually made a global impact. Some of the countries that got hit worst were actually Great Britain and across the pond, Germany. People that we were indebted to as a country are really the ones that got hit even harder than we did. Right? It was a devastating season on a global scale. Now, I want you to go from there real quick, and I want you to fast forward to 2008. Now, in 2008, you're not going to believe it. Listen to me. Unbelievable. In 2008, the stock market crashed. Again. Second time in less than 100 years. Crazy, right? But this time, on top of the stock market crashing, also the housing market. The housing market crashed as well. You see, up until that point, the housing market was like at an all-time high. Real estate was at an all-time high. The stock market was at an all-time high. Everybody was making money. right? Everybody was making money. Lenders were loaning money to people, even if they didn't necessarily have the credit to be able to back it up. They were giving them home loans. Like everybody was getting really loose, right? Everybody was getting loose. And here's a saying I want you to remember for the rest of your life. I know I'm not asking much. But I'm about to give you something that I want you to remember for the rest of your life. You ready for it? You got your pen out? Do I have your attention? Are you leaning in? All right. Here it is. Soft times make soft men, and soft men make hard times. Soft times make soft men, and soft men make hard times. You see, people were not anticipating the stock market to crash. People were not anticipating the housing market to crash. People were not prepared. And many people in 2008 were wiped out overnight. Completely wiped out. And in both cases, the Great Depression of the 20s, as well as the 2008 recession, in both cases, many people were wiped out overnight. And in both cases, the headlines were all gloom and doom, right? Gloom and doom, 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 gloom and doom. And also in both cases, there was a select group of people that made a vast fortune. And I mean a vast fortune. Joseph Kennedy made a vast fortune during the Great Depression through stocks. He started making movies and spirits, right? Hey, everybody's at home, everybody's depressed. I'm going to make a movie to put a smile on their face. I'm going to give them a little liquor to keep them happy. Then I'm going to take the money I get from that. I'm going to buy up all these stocks in this market that's completely down and everything's cheap. Made equivalent to billions. J. Paul Getty, same thing, Great Depression, made some moves in oil and real estate, made a vast fortune, billions. Mae West went into the world of movies, made a vast fortune in the millions, right? Entertaining those that were down. Charles Spalding in the world of insurance. He realized that, hey, everybody realizes we should probably have some insurance to cover ourselves in these cases if it ever comes up in the future. Made a vast fortune during the Great Depression. Michael Cullen in the grocery business. He went into the grocery business and was able to make a vast fortune. Howard Hughes in the world of aviation, in the world of oil, and also making movies, made a vast fortune. Now, fast forward to 2008. There's this guy named Warren Buffett that you all know and love. And Warren Buffett saw the opportunity when the market crashed in 2008. And this dude went all in and loaded up and bought as much as he could while it was cheap and made billions of dollars. While everyone else, not everyone else, while a lot of other people were going broke, he was making all kinds of money. John Paulson did the same thing in the world of banking. Jamie Dimon did the same thing in the world of stocks. And then you've got these companies like Netflix and Credit Karma, Amazon, Lego, right? Instagram, Pinterest, Dropbox, MailChimp. There's all these companies that blew up during the recession in 2008. And so when you ask the question when, as we're learning the who, what, why, who, what, where, when, why, and how of the rich and famous, the question of when, the answer is when opportunities strike. You see, right now, if you look outside, you're going to see a bunch of headlines. Bunch of headlines of gloom and doom, and the end is near, and the end of the world, and everything's bad, and everybody hates each other. There's division all across the land. It's going to get worse. right? All the headlines, violence, politics, pandemics, all the headlines, right? All of the headlines are gloom and doom. And for many, they will be succumbed by that. Many will fall to those headlines. Many will allow those things around them to keep them from achieving the things they know and desire and feel deeply inside they should be reaching for, right? Many will do that. And then there are also many, I shouldn't say many, there are also a handful that see those headlines and see that this is an opportunity to strike. My friends, the reason that today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind is so incredibly important is I want you to really take this in. Soft times make soft men. Soft men make hard times. But there's also one more line to this quote. And the last line is, hard times make hard men. I know that the going can be a little bit tough out there, but I'm here to assure you that for those that lean in and see the season and the time that we're in as an opportunity, not as a deficit, not as something that takes away from, but ultimately something that can add to. You see, you get stronger in the hard times if you allow that to be the case. Everyone will have two choices during this season. They can choose to let the hard times beat them down, or they can choose to let the hard times stand them up. And so that's my question for you this morning. What's it going to be for you? Are you looking around with a woe is me? I can't go here. I can't go there. I can't do this. Not right now. I'll do it later. Maybe some other day. Maybe when times are better. I mean, are you looking around and going, life sucks? Are you looking around and going, holy smokes, I am so glad. I am so grateful that I'm alive during one of the most transformative and transitional seasons in humanity's history. Because with that transformation comes tremendous opportunity for you. Tremendous opportunity for you to grow, for you to thrive, for you to develop your skills, and for you to be able to make an impact. The bar has been set low in many cases, my friends. All you got to do is go out there and love on some people, smile at people, make a connection with people. And that alone will get you to stand out in a world where people are upset, people are mentally fatigued, people are being torn apart through judgment. Man, opportunity everywhere, my friend. Opportunity everywhere. So that's the thought I want to leave you with. Soft times make soft men. Soft men make hard times. Hard times make hard men. And of course, all of this applies to women too. It's just how the quote and saying goes. Of course, women too. Say, just replace the word men with women. Y'all know what I'm saying. Fair enough. We are in a season of opportunity, one that'll go down in history. And I want you and I together to be someone that, how many years now? I guess the Great Depression was 1929. So 92 years from now, I'm hoping that someone will do a show like Hashtag Rise and Grind, and they'll show a picture of you and I together on the top of the mountain. And they'll say, hey, back in 2021, these two right here, they made incredible decisions that ultimately made a massive impact on this planet. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, listen, I'm over on time. I'm going to get out of here. I love you. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. If you haven't done so already, make sure you join the 67-day challenge, glennlundy.com/67-day challenge. Make sure you go check that out. And of course, I would love to have you join us in Lexington to celebrate that 1000th episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. We're going to do that in Lexington, Kentucky, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you need more details on that, just let me know. But most importantly, go out there, have an incredible day, an impactful day, an over-the-top day, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on Hashtag Rise and Grind.
Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind, grind, grind. 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 Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. Don't stop, get it, get it. Hashtag rise and grind. Stop, get it, get it. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning. And I'ma wake the world is so alarmed. And I hashtag rise and grind.